Shalom everybody, Parshas Shlach. In this week's Parsha, we open with the tragic story of the Meraglim spies. It's difficult to understand what went wrong in light of the fact that we're told at the outset that these spies are all tzaddikim, kesherim. Vayishlach osam Moshe mimidbar paran al pi Hashem, kulam anashim rashe b'nei Yisrael hema. And Rashi says, Kulam anashim, kol anashim sheba mikra lashon chashivus, va'oisa shah kesherim hayu. They were kasher. They were good people. The Zohar states the following: Vayishlach osam Moshe, kulam anashim, kulhu zakoyin havoi, bereishei di Yisrael havoi. Aval inun dibre legarmayhu eta bisha. Im lakhu la'atzmam etza ra'a. Amay natlei eta du da? Lama natnu et etza hara'a azot? Ela amru. Iya'alon Yisrael la'ara nit'avar anon mlahevei reysin. V'yimnei Moshe reysin acharonin. Kishanachnu nikanes Eretz Israel. When we get into Eretz Israel, Moshe Rabbeinu is going to take our jobs away from us. He's going to choose other manhigim. Anan zachenan b'midbara lemehevei reishin, aval ba'ara lo nizkei. Alkein natle ita bisha legarmeha maihu misu inan as heimetsu. They died. Inan de natlan milaihu, and anyone else that bought into what they said. They were concerned, for they knew that the nation, when they entered the land, these leaders would no longer be in positions of leadership, and therefore they devised an evil plan to stay in the midbar and to hold on to their positions. So we can ask, this is the Zohar. It's one of the most esoteric Sifrei Kabbalah, meaning saying that the Meraglim were concerned about holding on to their jobs? What's the message here? Let's contemplate. And here I bring from the Megala Mukos, who explains that Eretz Israel, in its full capacity, belongs to the Alma de Iskasia, the concealed world, represented by Leah Imenu. And the revealed world, Alma de Iskalia, represented by Rachel Imenu. We spoke about these different worlds when we spoke about in Parshas Naso, that Ish v'Isha Shechina Beinehem, that they belong to the Alma de Iskasia, and that's why Nisim happened. That's why the mitzvah of the B'dikas Asaita involves a nes, which we find nowhere else in the mitzvahs of the Torah, something involving a nes, dependent on a nes. When Moshe Rabbeinu endorsed the mission of the Meraglim, he did so with the intention of their reaching the aspect of Alma de Iskasia in Eretz Yisrael, as is hinted in the words of the Pasuk, the beginning of the Parsha, Vayishlach osam Moshe latur es haaretz. Latur es haaretz, oisios lamid aleph he, oisios Leah, Alma de Iskasia. The Meraglim, however, had other intentions. They were only interested in the Alma de Iskalia, and this is hinted in the words Vayalu vayaturu es haaretz mimidbar tzin ad rechov levo chamas. Reish lamid ches osios Rachel. The essence of Eretz Yisrael is unlike any other land. All other lands are governed by mundane and natural rules, as is, when you work, you'll see predictable results. When you make the proper, natural, physical effort and toil, your effort will be rewarded. It's a familiar, secure, and predictable life. However, when you step into the land of Eretz Yisrael, you enter a completely different realm. Just like Shabbos, in time, Eretz Israel in space. It is the geographical gateway to Kedusha. It is a place of unknown, unfamiliar, unpredictable, mysterious, and an undefinable, inexpressible reality. It is the concealed world. Let me quote Rabbi Nachman on Eretz Israel. He says, Kedushas Eretz Israel, be'emes, b'dmus u'tmuna, ein chiluk klal bein Eretz Israel u'bein sha'ar medinas, lahavdil. If you're going to take a picture with a camera of Eretz Israel, it's no different. The landscapes, the things that appear, the trees, the sky, it looks like any other country, lahavdil. Ubechol zot, he continues, be'emes hi muvdeles u'mufreshes legamre mishar aratzos b'chol inyaneha u'b'chinoseha. She'eretz Yisrael yesh la rakia acher mishar aratzos, a different sky, and this is what the Torah speaks about, the Zohar speaks about in Parshas Terumah. Afal Pichein, he kedosha me'oid, even though it looks like other countries and other places, kedosha me'oid b'tachlis hakedusha atzuma v'neira'a me'oid. Moshe Rabbeinu belonged to this category. He was of an altogether different material. His prophecy also was totally different, in a different category, nothing to compare. Even Miriam Hanaviah misunderstood. She erred and thought that she was a prophetess, a Neviah, like Moshe, and therefore she could apply the standards that were familiar to her, she could apply them to Moshe Rabbeinu. She mistakenly regarded Moshe as belonging to a similar class, and that she was in a position to express her opinion. Maybe this is a deeper understanding of the connection between the end of Parshas Shlach, which speaks about Miriam, and Parshas Meraglim, the mistake of the Meraglim. What does it say in Parshas Shlach? Loichein avdi Moshe b'chal beisi ne'amanhu. He's an altogether different class. The essence of Eretz Israel, too, is different than any other place on earth. Eretz Israel belongs to the Olam de Iskasia, the concealed world. Here is the wonderful, wondrous place of Hashgacha Pratis. And in this place, man's existence is inexorably intertwined with the relationship, the closeness to Hashem. Here, in order to succeed and to achieve security and peace, the regular rules of human endeavor do not suffice. Yes, we have to do hishtadlus, but here must also delve into and exert the deeper part of the personality in order to maintain a life of godliness, a bracha v'hatzlacha, as we say in Shema, v'haya'im shamaya tishmu, v'nasati mitar artzachem b'itai. If you hearken to my commandments, then I will give the rain in your land in its time. This is very different from the rules and structure of the rest of the world. It is more demanding, it is more challenging, and to some it is frightening. The Zohar expresses this as the Meraglim being preoccupied with holding on to their jobs. Because what better than a job, than a regular job, represents predictability, stability, and security. A person, we all, don't we tend to define ourselves by these externals? The job or the career, our status in our community, our physical attributes, our family connections, our place in the social circles. These are all comfortable symbols of the revealed world. But there is a deeper world, the Alma Diskasya, in which all these externals fall away. It's a deeper and more authentic reality that reigns. It is a mysterious, marvelous place, a place where heaven and earth intersect and intertwine and interact in a most dynamic and creative way. And here, in order to maintain functionality, a person has no choice but to access the deeper resources of his soul. And here's an interesting point as illustration. Someone who was searching for a suitable shidduch for his child made the following interesting observation. He noticed, we're talking about over a long period of time and checking out a lot of shidduchim, he noticed that there was for a few children, not just one, he noticed that there was a disproportionate percentage of very gifted children in marriages where one parent was Ashkenazi and the other one Sephardi. And in contrast, L'umat zeh, prestigious families, regarded in high esteem, given preferential treatment in communities, and a big fuss is made out of them, generally, and this is a very general generality, really, generally, I say again, do not have very gifted children in the same percentage. So, that's a very big generality, but still it is present. So how can we explain this phenomenon? We go back to the same issue. What makes people xenophobic, racist, with a more extreme word or whatever you want to say? People, we all like to stay with the familiar and the secure. It's very soothing to be in home territory where everything is cozy and known. To reach out and communicate and interact with someone who's a little bit different, even to have a conversation with them, a real conversation, it's to step out into the unknown. It is not so comfortable. It's a little bit even frightening. Who knows where such an encounter will take the person? I look around and I hear what people are talking about. People are usually talking with people that are the same as them. But what about really, really hearing what other people are feeling? Hearing them and really communicating? It shakes up a person existentially. The person must delve deeper into the resources and well springs of its neshama in order to navigate and to function. But this very same place of the unknown and mysterious is also the place of a fountain of great dynamic, creative reality. And it is here in the deeper recesses of the human consciousness that are, like we said, the well springs of human creativity. Creativity is not to be found in a familiar, monotonous environment and not in superficial, complacent existence. So that's a little glimpse into the Alma de Iskasia. May Hashem have Rachmanas on Am Yisrael, all the turmoil and upheaval that's giving us a total different perspective on everything that we know that's familiar. Hashem is bringing us, His people, the Am HaNivchar, closer and closer to the Eretz Chemda, to His promised land. And we daven that Hashem should protect all the Chayalim and bring home all the Shvuyim v'Ne'adarim and bring a great resounding victory to Am Yisrael. To bring us closer to the sublime place where all the trivial and wasteful and harmful preoccupations with externals will fall away. Va'alu Mosheim Bahar Tzion lishbait eshar Esav lishbait eshar Isaias Lamed Aleph Hey Leah Imenu Alma Diskasia V'Haisa LaHashem Hamlucha Amen. Kein Yiratzon B'Karov.